buy and read a book with me. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you clicked on that video. I am trying to be creative, and I mean, maybe this concept already exists, and I think it might be, but I'm gonna do it like it's just out of my head. But I've had this idea and I want to make it a series. I have a TBR and I have a TBR card that is quite full. I mean, not full, but I have 30-ish books that I haven't read yet. But I wanted to do something like before Bookstagram, before Booktube, before BookTok, before all of that, when you were just going to the bookstore, buying a book, bring it back home, and read it right away. And that's exactly what I want to do today. I'm gonna go to the bookstore, maybe 2 bookstores, depends on what I find, because there is one bookstore that have secondhand books. I always try to thrift books first, and if I don't find anything, I will go to a second bookstore. So yeah, I'm gonna bring you with me, and then in the same video, in the same vlog, we're going to read that book. That's a first. I'm gonna try. I'm very shy in bookstores to film in bookstores, so it's gonna be a challenge for me. I'm gonna try to speak a little bit while I'm browsing for books, but depends on how many people are there. It's gonna be maybe harder for me to speak, but we're gonna try. And yeah, I have this idea, like I wanted to feel like before, like when you didn't have a TBR. I mean, I didn't have a TBR before. Maybe some people have been having TBRs their whole life, but that's not my case. And I really miss the feeling of going to a bookstore, browsing. Sometimes I will maybe pick books I haven't heard of too. Maybe not today, but I will see. But sometimes maybe I should pick books that I have heard nothing about, that I haven't been seeing everywhere. Maybe that could be a good thing too. That could be fun. But yeah, that's the idea. I don't know if this concept already exists. I mean, maybe it does, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna try to do it too. Tell me in the comments if you have any other ideas for concepts, for videos you want to see on that channel, and tell me if you like this one. So yeah, let's go. Here I am in the first bookstore that's called Gibert. I'm doing this in voiceover because there were too many people and it was a little bit awkward. I found Swept Away that I am very interested in, honestly. The thing is, it was a little bit expensive. I really have to start the Windy Cities series with Mile High, but I've heard Mile High isn't the best one in this series, so I don't know. And this one was also very cute. I am interested in this one. That's an option. Okay, I know this is going to be a movie, so I should read this book, and it was secondhand in pristine condition. So this is me really thinking of picking this one. Taylor Jenkins Street is always a good option, and this one I've heard many good reviews, and it was also secondhand, so that was also an option. This one is intimidating, you guys, but it was secondhand, and I don't know, but fantasy isn't my thing. This one I really want to read. I think there's another title like Heartless Hunter, I think. Let's see what they have in the thriller section. This one, I think I've heard good reviews, but I don't know. That could be an option. I think this one is also a series or a movie, so I might read that one soon. I don't know about this one. Let's go to the second bookstore. Montpellier is so beautiful. I'm so glad I'm living here now. I really want to read Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson, so I'm keeping this one in mind. I'm lost. I didn't take anything at the previous bookstore. And I don't know. I'm lost right now. Because this is a one choice thing. So I don't know if I want to go for a thriller or a romance. Fantasy? Don't know. Next time I will pick a prompt to do that. It's gonna be even harder, but I think it could be fun. Or you can in the comments give me a challenge. We'll see. I found this one that seems great, or I also have a Christmas book option. So fun to find a book that takes place in Provence, and that's where I'm from. I've heard so many good things on this one. Maybe I should go for that. I also found this one I've heard nothing about. This one I think I've heard good things too. There were a few other options that I could have been interested in. I really hope you can hear me. I have no idea. I'm in the street right now. I chose Things Don't Break on Their Own by Sarah Easter Collins. I took this one because I was intrigued, and also I didn't hear anything about this book. I don't know a thing. I mean, I read the blurb obviously, but I have heard nothing. I just really want to read that book based on the title and of course the blurb. So now I'm gonna eat some lunch and start reading. I made a little bit of progress in Things Don't Break on Their Own. I'm now 120 pages in. To be honest, at first, I think the 20-ish first pages were a little bit confusing. I wasn't sure who was who, and I still now I don't get why we had that narrator at first. I mean, why this character was the one narrating the story at first. I just don't understand so far. I'm not even halfway through, so many things I still have to understand, I think, in the next chapters. But yeah, at first it was a little bit confusing, and it's fine. Now I get it. I get who is who. But I really think it's easy to read. I mean, besides being confused for the 31st pages. But you know what I mean. It's not hard to read. So this is, how can I explain to you what this is about? It's about two sisters.
One of them disappeared when she was, I think, 13 years old, and her big sister has been struggling her whole life because her sister disappeared and was never found. You have flashbacks, you have the past time when you learn about their childhood and some of Willa's moments without her sister too in her teenage years. This is also why it was confusing at first, because we have multiple timelines and nothing tells you when you are in the time. So at first, when you don't even know there's gonna be multiple timelines, you're just like, oh, weird, now she's 12. In the chapters titled, they could have put a date or something like that, you know, just or a then and a now, something like that, because at first you were just confused. I mean, in thrillers I like to be confused with maybe the plot and where the author wants to go. That's something I like, because you don't understand what are the links between the things, and it all comes together in the end, and that's what I like in thrillers. I don't like when I'm confused about the characters and the timelines. That's not something I like while reading. So that's a little thing I don't like about this book. So yeah, you have the past time and the now time, and I don't know anything else, honestly. But I think I might really like it. Depends on what the revelations are and how the story goes on. So that was my update. I'm just gonna continue reading, and I will update you when I've read a little bit more, or if I finish it like quickly, I will update you when I'm done. See you later. As you saw, I finished Things Don't Break on Their Own by Sarah Easter Collins. What to say? I have mixed feelings about this book, because I liked some things, for example, the family story of this book, and I think it's more a family story than a thriller. I mean, there's a mystery, of course, because the second sister disappeared when she was 13, but the way it was done was a little bit weird to me. I don't know why the main narrator is none of the members of that family, and I don't know why. I mean, still at the end of the book, I still don't really understand why. And also the pacing was a little bit weird to me. The whole book talks more about the remaining sister and her life and what she's been through, and that was interesting. But I think I didn't expect that exactly. And there were no big twists and all of that, and all the revelations of what happened and all of that come like in the end when you have another POV. I don't want to tell too much in case you want to read it, but I don't know, I wasn't expecting exactly that. I think it wasn't bad. I mean, I'm still glad I read it. I think I struggled a little bit to connect with the characters, even though the writing was very beautiful. And this is a debut novel, so that's such a great debut novel. And if this author wrote anything else, I think I will maybe read her other books. I think I wasn't completely convinced. I wasn't surprised by anything. The family part of the book was interesting, I would say. I'm usually very moved by those kind of stories with families. Sisters, I have a big sister, so it's usually very moving for me, that kind of story, and I feel very emotional, and I didn't feel that in this book. So I don't really know. I'm not sure that's my favorite book ever. I mean, the premise was so good, and I was still curious while reading the book. I was curious, but I think it lacked the little thrilling thing. Maybe it wasn't suspenseful enough. You didn't have like little clues through the book. You just have the big story in the end. And also you have titles with whose point of view it is and a title. And I wish the author also put like dates and years, because at the beginning you're very lost. It was easy to read and the writing was beautiful. I think I'm gonna rate this one 3 stars. I really wish I loved that book, honestly, because when I read the blurb, I was so hooked. Where the title was great and the premise of the book was very interesting. So I'm a little bit sad. I wasn't surprised and I wasn't like obsessed with the book, but I just wasn't. And it happens. It doesn't mean it's not a good book. It just wasn't my favorite. So yeah, 3 stars is still a good rating, I think, because I didn't hate it or anything. But yeah, that's it. Tell me if you've read it. Tell me if you know that book, because I had heard nothing about this book, and this is something I really like to do. And I thought it was maybe an older one, but it was published 2024. So it's quite recent and it's a debut novel. So maybe that's the reason why I never heard of this book before. But yeah, I'm glad I read it. I'm glad I did that video. It was so cool to film and edit, so I'm so happy I did. Tell me if you liked that concept and if you want more videos like that. I think I'm gonna do more because I really think it's great to just go in a bookstore, pick a book and read it right away. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking on that video, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to support me and if you want to see more. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!